Okay, I thought it was pausing, but it's not pausing. It's just starting all over again. And that was some good comedy. Damn you. All right. Um, if here's the contest. If you, lucky you, are my 1 millionth subscriber, I'll give you. Hang on here. Let's see. First, Friday is payday, right? Okay. I got here my debit, Money Network debit credit card. Okay. I'm right now. It's a bad time. Later this week, I'm gonna have. I mean, I'm at least like 15, 20 bucks on it, and that's if you're my 1 millionth subscriber. 15 bucks. That's what you get. I'm not screwing around here. I'm dead serious. And if not, I got checks, pal. I'll be writing you a check like you wouldn't believe it. And that's solid gold is what that is. I'm not even playing with that. Because if that's going to happen, I'll mail that right out to you. 1 million subscriber. You get that. Okay. Scouts out there. Peace, bro. Here's some vinyls. Okay. Billy Swan, I Can Help. Now, Billy Swan, I guess, wrote songs. I don't know if he wrote these songs. His big hit was I Can Help. That was the 70s. Huge hit. And of course, he's Billy Swan. And that's a swan. And I know that song. Do I know his other songs? No. Do you? No. Kansas Leftoverture. Great things like Carry On Wayward Son. And other things. Kansas. Again, this is one of the ones left to me because somebody died. It's tragic, but it does happen. Naughty. Rusty Warren, Songs for Sinners. And her act was quite bawdy for the time. I figure if right now it wouldn't be that bawdy, but maybe you probably still couldn't do it on regular TV. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, she's still alive. She's still with us as of this recording. So people just live good lives. I mean, she's like 90 years old and still living, still healthy. Doesn't look like that, I'm sure. To any of us, Kenny Rogers Gideon. What is on Kenny Rogers Gideon? Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. His duet with Kim Carnes. Kim Carnes smoked a pack of cigarettes every other hour before the recording. Every time, it always happens. Gravelly voice. Betty Davis Eyes. One of my least favorite songs of the 80s, or of any decade. Happy Harmonica. Coronet Records presents music to fit your every mood. Coronet Records employ the best Cornet Records employ the best possible recording techniques. It should be Cornet Records employs the best possible recording techniques and fine artists, ... and offer you the opportunity of building a fine record. This annoys me, and I want you to check it out. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Cornet Records is a singular, although it's multiple employees. It's one entity, so it employs, not employ. It's not the records, it's Cornet the company. Am I right? Who's with me? This happens now all the time. In the 60s, It was odd. I bet they got a lot of muckery for that. Okay. Bent fabric, organ grinders swing. Monkey on the cover. And okay, they things like organ grinders swing as time goes by. Darling, j'ai vu ami beaucoup in a little Spanish town. Animals on the cover. And it was not the only thing, because they made a habit of it. Follow this monkey. Adorable. Ray Kinney and his Coral Islanders, Hawaii. Of course, now this would be called a cultural appropriation. And you howlies, you culturally appropriating bastards, you go back home to your home. Don't sit around there on their islets like a bunch of homeless people. Here's one thing, which I'm told is an incredible amount of people, homeless people, are sleeping on the beaches of Hawaii. How do they get there? I'm working on that. Sounds of the Great Bands, Volume 6. Themes of the Great Bands, Glenn Gray and the Casaloma Orchestra. All these and more. These are literally the themes of great bands like Benny Goodman, Charlie Barnett, Glenn Miller, Les Brown. And there's like a, I'm not going to pull it out, but there's like a double album, and then there's an extra bonus album living in there. And that was 50 cents. Moonlight Memories. These are the sensational guitars of Dan and Dale. Luckily, it's not the sensational guitars of Chip and Dale, because they're little tiny guitars. The comedy's free, but you get what you pay for. Persuasive Percussion. And it doesn't even say who. This is on Command Records. Stereo 35mm. Don't know what any of this means. I'm sure it's some kind of demonstration record. Billy Vaughn, Blue Hawaii, Billy Vaughn and his orchestra, doing some cultural appropriation. The sounds of Hawaii were big, 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 big sounds. Huge. Not now. Neil Diamond and his 12 greatest hits. Let's see how great. Sweet Caroline. Crackling Rosie. I Am, I Said. Did you ever hear about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then he became one? Well, except for the names and a few other changes when we talk about Meme Stories as M1. That's that. Terrace theme from Gone with the Wind and 25 years of Academy Award hits, 101 strings. These, I don't know. I mean, they got a picture there of the 101 strings. But my guess is they cheaped out. And there's probably no more than 85, 86 strings. Jerry Marod's Fabulous Harmonicas. And Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. Jerry Marod. Big time harmonicas. Time to get a drink. Michael Frank's Tiger in the Rain. This is New Age stuff. And a couple of pop hits later on, which I thought were pretty good. Can't vouch for this stuff, though. I don't know. Michael Frank's Baja Marimba Band. The one thing about the Baja Marimba Band, and they were legit. They were on They were on A&M. And so on each album cover of the Baja Marimba Band, there's someone in the background urinating. It's a thing. It's a thing they did. An inside joke, outside joke. Guy Mitchell, Traveling Shoes. It's in the shrink. This guy kind of looks like Ross Martin from Wild Wild West. Don't know him. Probably country. Well, let me see. Traveling Shoes, My Apolline, Irene Goodbye. Probably country. Or blues. Or country blues. Again, the rusty one. I'm sure this stuff is just filthy for 1962. Just unbelievably, man, just bawdy. I don't know it though. I don't. And this is a half in the shrink. It's half protected. It's half there for your enjoyment. Really. The Righteous Brothers. And this is new. Let me see. There She Goes. That's not the There She Goes that you're thinking of. That song's about heroin. Okay, At My Front Door. If You're Lying, You'll Be Crying. Crying Blues. You Can Have Her. Burn on Love. Righteous Brothers. Okay. This guy's dead now. Am I right? Blue-Eyed Soul. The Blue-Eyed Soul, they called it. But committed the worst, probably the worst song to ever hit the top 40 was Rock and Roll Heaven in the 70s. And it was number 1. But number 2 is what it really was. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Oh, I'm going to knock that phone over. And that water is going to tumble. It's going to happen. This is probably the most legitimate 50 Cent album that I got from that Salvation Army store. It's an actual album that I'll probably enjoy listening to. Duke Ellington. Ellington Indigo's, Duke Ellington and his orchestra. A couple of these are marked. I guess somebody, Prelude to a Kiss is marked. Somebody really felt something about it. Sir Duke, he was alright. You know, he's made a couple of tunes, okay, once or twice. Sounds like Herb Alpert and Tijuana Press. And obviously A&M Records. Now, when I first saw that, I said, well, that's some guy who's doing a sound-alike thing. But no, really him. And his Tijuana Press. Hit after hit. Let's see. Ronco. More, the Andrea True Connection. Saturday Night Bay City Rollers. Sweet Love by the Commodores. I was listening to an old Top 40 the other day, American Top 40 with Casey Kasem. And Casey says, around 1978, that the Commodores were being called the Black Beatles. I've listened to a lot of radio, even read Rolling Stone. I've never heard them referred to as the Black Beatles. Not once. Get Up and Boogie by Silver Connection. Feelings by Morris Alpert. All by Myself by Eric Carmen. Long Tall Glasses, I Can Dance by Leo Sayer. Right. Bloomfield, Hammond, Dr. John, Triumvirate. No Doubt, a blues album. Maybe some Cajun flavor. This one has some water damage down here. But I checked the vinyl, and the vinyl's okay. It all needs to be cleaned. I'm not really worried about it. The Van Halen. This is their first album from what, 1978-ish. Of course, DLR there. Jackie Gleason, Martinis, Music, Martinis, and Memories. Of course, he was in his time, he was also a conductor. He had an orchestra. And I don't know what it entails conducting an orchestra. I don't really know if that is doing anything at all. Or just collecting checks and barking orders and apparently smoking a lot of cigarettes. Rip. I rip you, Jackie Gleason. REO Speedwagon. This is High Infidelity. Hello. And promo. It's a promo. And a story I heard, another one on KC's Top 40, America Top 40, different show. That Kevin Cronin and Gary Richrath couldn't stand each other, right? They didn't get along. And so after some particularly stressful time, they took vacations. You know, they said, we're getting out of here. We're taking vacations away from each other. Don't want to hang out. And don't want to see this guy. So one of them flew to Hawaii, checked into this exclusive hotel. And this was probably late 70s, early 80s, when REO Speedwagon could still get expensive hotels. Okay, anyway, they were there, or this guy was there. And and then he bumps into the other guy. They both separately gone to Hawaii and checked in the same hotel. And it was comedically ironic. Gary Richrath anyway, he died a couple of years ago, but isn't that name a little similar to the Green River Killer? Was that Gary Ridgway? I bet he heard that a lot. Doesn't he hear it now? Or does he? Gershwin, Concerto in F, Rhapsody in Blue, Sinfonia of London, conducted by Kenneth Alwyn. This is the, what is it? The airline commercial jingle. Rhapsody in Blue. That's where everybody knows it. What Now, My Love? Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And again, Freckles. I have another one of these because I remembered it from the other day. So another one I have multiples of. "101 Strings" again. The soft, warm mood of the quiet hours. That's on Somerset. And again, a photo of the 101 Strings. And I bet this is great. All Through the Night. Berceuse, green sleeves. On Wings of Song. Ed Bruce. By All Means Record Company. Take the Marlboro logo, the font, from a pack of Marlboro cigarettes, because you're trying to project a certain image. Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. The Littlest Cowboy Rides Again. A Thing Called Love. Streets of Laredo. Just Along for the Ride. We're safely in country music, if you call that safe. Righteous Brothers, Some Blue-Eyed Soul. See, I'm not kidding. Again, My Tears Will Go Away, Fannie Mae, For Your Love. No, that's not, I don't think that's the same. For Your Love. This Little Girl of Mine. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. It's got Sam on it. Sam is probably her greatest song. But it's got other songs. If Not For You, Changes, Let Me Be There, Come On Over. This was looks like pre-Grease, pre-Xanadu, when she was still somewhat sweet. And they hadn't tried to sexy her up, which they try to do every couple of years. Right, they tried to, like right at Grease, they saw, oh, we'll dress her up in leather and she'll be all sexy, change her image. And then it didn't really work. So a year later, they released an album called Totally Hot, in which they kind of really sexed her up and put her all sexy on the album. And it didn't take, right? And then like 2 years later, Physical. And they did all sexy videos and sexy songs, and that was her new image. Well, then that didn't take, right? So, like 1985, she has an album called Soul Kiss, which has her basically on the album topless, but from behind, wearing like a riding outfit, right? You can't see anything, but you can see her from the back. And knowing that she's like all sexy. And then there's the song called Soul Kiss about just giving like a BJ to somebody. And that didn't take. She's just not a sex goddess. And then just give her the sweet songs. Let her have that. Did she have that? No, apparently not at MCA Records. Shana. And this is that's a lot of, as you might expect, a lot of yakety yak. Looks like half of these are very old songs, like Blue Moon, Duke of Earl, Jailhouse Rock, and the other ones are things I've never heard of. And half of it recorded at live at Columbia University, half of it recorded at Electric Lady Studios in NYC. I don't know what any of this means. Burt Bacharach performing his own compositions, such as, can't see a damn thing, that's what. I guess close to you and one less spelled an answer. Is Nikki on here? Nikki's a great little song. Nikki became the you're there or you're not there, okay? Nikki became the theme to the ABC movie of the week. They changed it up a little, gave it like a huge orchestration, speeded it up. I don't know if it's on here though, because I could not see it. Doesn't mean it's not there. It was invisible to me at the moment. J.J. Cale. I'm a Gypsy Man. Cocaine. His original recording of Cocaine is on here. And Troubadour. J.J. Cale. Now, I'll admit my album selection is terrible because I'm working on a budget. I don't have the stuff I really want on album. Thanks to the magic of FLAC files and things just falling off a truck on the internet and a good VPN, I'm able to have all the CDs I want at economical prices. Cat Stevens. D for the Dillerman. Is that what that is? Yes. Wild World was on here, probably his best song. Father and Son, which is also who's that group that kind of ripped them off? Apparently, don't remember. Anyway, Looks like good stuff. Cat Stevens. Yusuf Islam, they call him. Nat King Cole. Phil Flowers Sings. And the back of it just looks like an advertisement for something else. So what? I'm lost. Let's spring one. That's what she said. Beautiful moons ago. Pitching up a boogie. The hell's you shouldn't do like you do. These aren't songs. Little Devil. Crazy Baby. What was white America's favorite African American performer thinking? Love is the Thing. The voice of Nat King Cole. When I Fall in Love. Stardust. Love Letters. Ain't Misbehavin'. It should be not misbehaving. Ain't is. The Quill Memorandum. The Quiller Memorandum. Now I'm guessing this is a movie. It's a John Barry soundtrack. George Siegel, Alec Guinness, Max von Sydow, Senta Berger, with George Saunders and Robert Helpman. Featuring the theme song Wednesday's Child. Have you ever heard of this movie? I mean, it's one thing to watch a movie, and it's nothing to think enough of the songs and to go out and seek out the soundtrack. I've seen a lot of movies. I've never heard of this thing. I'm not sure that movie exists. You'd have to convince me, TCM. I have to stumble upon it because I don't really watch any TV. Brahms, Symphony No. 1 in C minor. It's on Decca Records. It's quite old. It didn't stop me from taping at the bottom because I don't care. So if it had any value, it's probably all gone. Seals and Groff, Sudan Village. Not a one. Not a one. Pure Prairie League, Busted Out. Falling in and Out of Love, Amy. So this is the one that has the hit. Although apparently it took them about 5 years for people to actually listen to the hit and it become a hit. It took a long time. Realistic, Radio Shack, Stereo Test Record. What is stereophonic sound? It explains it in as much as it can. All right, this is a holy grail. You're not going to see this. I mean, I have a lot of records, some records, but this is a record you don't have, you can't get. I don't care. I don't care where you look or where you go. This is a sweet, sweet disc, and it's exclusive. I don't give you all you vinyl guys. You wish you had this. This is something, man. This is good. This is real. This is the Whipped Cream and Other Delights by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. If I have to explain that to you, I don't even know you. Bertie Higgins. Is this the Just Another Day, Just Another Day in Paradise, Casablanca, Key Largo. We Had It All, Baby. And a bunch of other ones I haven't heard of that have something to do with Key Largo and Bogart movies. The Mills Brothers in a mellow tone. When there were still 4 Mills Brothers, although there's only 3 brothers, and one of them's the dad, and I'm guessing this is the dad, and he passed away, and the later albums just have these 3, and I guess when they did the American Express commercial, there were 2 or 3 left, and now this is what's left of the Mills Brothers. Johnny Rivers, Outside Help. Alright, this is the one that's got Sway Into the Music, Slow Dancing. What big hit, huge hit in about 78, 79. And that's written by Jack Dempson. Another Jackie Gleason album, which I'm sure is fantastic. Strangers in the Night, Shadow of Your Smile. How Sweet It Is. Autumn Waltz. Au Revoir. Probably fantastic dinner music. The type of music that Lester Burnham himself would tell his wife Annette Bening to turn off and throw dinner at the wall. Kevin Spacey. How the West Was Won soundtrack. This album, I guess, is in Cinerama, including song by Debbie Reynolds. Music by Alfred Newman. What? Me Worry? And in the final one in the box, Star Time. Little River Band Lady, which is different from Styx's Lady, and different from Kenny Rogers' Lady, and different from the Commodore's Lady. Both of those were written by Lionel Richie anyway. Cheryl Lynn, Got to Be Real. England, Anna John Ford Cole, Love Is the Answer. It's a Todd Rundgren song. It's really good. Wet Willie Weekends. Sounds like a classic rock thing where they just play Wet Willie on Saturday and Sunday. That's when everybody tunes out because they only have like 5 songs that are worth listening to, in my opinion. Bob Welch, Precious Love. Not even Bob Welch's 2 huge songs. He had 2 big hits, and then Precious Love, which was marginal. Blondie, Heart of Glass. Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive. Eddie Money, Maybe I'm a Fool. Walter Egan, Magnet of Steel. This is getting a lot better. Peaches and Herb, Shake Your Groove Thing. Tonight, I was listening to an old American Top 40, which I do a lot at work at my exclusive job. And they said, and he was saying, Peaches and Herb are back after a 10-year hiatus. And this is the 3rd Peaches. Like, he went through all these ladies who weren't named Peach, but he imposed the name Peaches on them. In our Me Too society, that would not fly, mister. Not today, not tonight, not tomorrow. Don't want it, don't need it. If you give it to me, I will not accept it. I want you to remember, because who knows if that first part of the video was cut off or not. I know now that it's not reversed and that I'm seeing it in reverse, even though I'm very new to this thing here. Okay. But if that first part of the video was cut off, I'm serious about this contest. I need 1 million subscribers. Okay, and I need them. Look, it's early April. Okay, I won't buy June. June 15th. The Ides of June. I want my 1 million subscriber, and look, I got a wallet. I got this checkbook, and these are real checks. These are legit. I better not just slide. No, that was a deposit slip. You might have. I don't know. I may have to censor that. Okay, but again, the employee pay card. I'm gonna have 15 bucks on there, and if you are my 1 million subscriber, that 15 bucks is mailed to you, or I get some. I don't have them, but I can get like Jack in the Box coupons. You can save some money on your purchase. I think you got to buy the drink separate, but that's when you're living big like that. That's must buy the drink. Okay. Well, remember the contest. Remember the Titanic, and do not forget the Alamo. And I will be back at some point because I'm expecting packages. I'm expecting a substantial package, which is totally what she said. Okay, that never gets old. But I'll be back, and I'm gonna click this thing. I don't know what happens when I click this thing. Nothing happens.